in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A partly to mostly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Terry Henne here at Radio Center, along with Jonathan Dent, and looks like summertime out there. Temperatures starting to rev up a little bit. Had thunderstorm overnight, early this morning. Some folks picking up some much-needed precipitation. Obviously, we can stand a whole lot more because we are exceptionally dry. But 2 tenths, 3 tenths, 4 tenths, that's just fine. Looks like we might get a little bit more precipitation here coming up on Thursday, just in time for Halloween. But I think probably Thursday night, the kids should be able to go some trick-or-treating without having to worry too much about precipitation. As far as rainfall amounts go, we'll touch on that in just a second. But Jonathan, our normal high for this time of the year is 54. And right now we're looking at what?
About 10 degrees above that right now. Out at the airport, 63. Downtown Midland's looking at 63 degrees as well. Here at Radio Center, partly sunny skies, 64 degrees. Got a little bit of a south breeze, topping out at 15 miles per hour. And our barometric pressure right now is falling. It's at 29.94.
Over on the west side of the state, that's where we're seeing the hot spots right now. South Haven is coming in at 73. Looks like we've got 70 degrees in Marshall, 70 degrees in Muskegon, 71 in Kalamazoo. Grand Rapids is at 70. Holland is also at 73. Fremont coming in at 70, and Battle Creek is at 70. The record high in this state, as we mentioned yesterday, Jonathan, was set back in 1989, 72. I think that's going to get smoked today.
We've got a ways to climb yet here.
Yeah. But we're going to have that wind to contend with. As you said, right now we've got a south breeze about 8 miles per hour. Here later on this afternoon, we're going to have wind gusts of better than 30. So along with those strong winds, that's going to come the temperatures.
So if you followed Jerry Samolsky's advice and chopped up those leaves, they'll be
blown.
They'll be gone.
Won't have to worry about them.
Yeah, I didn't.
No, neither did I. And unfortunately for me, my luck would be I've got a fence or something on the wrong side of the property, and they're all piled up there. Sun as the day goes on, that's what our forecast is. We're looking at a cold front right now, which is over Minnesota, running all the way down to western Texas. That cold front eventually is going to move through. I think it'll take a couple of days or so here, but by Thursday afternoon, we should see that cold front push through. Once again, on Thursday, we're going to be in the low 70s for a high, but then low 60s right after that front moves through, and then 42 degrees for a low on Thursday night. All the way through that period, though, the best chance precipitation will be during the daylight hours. We're hoping that by 5, 6 o'clock on Thursday afternoon, whatever residual there is as far as precipitation is going to be gone. Friday, I know you don't want me to tell you this, but 52 is going to be our high on Friday.
What was our high on Thursday?
72.
You know, I just said this morning.
Tomorrow, 80, and today, 79.
I just said sarcastically this morning, you know, Michigan isn't known for its sudden temperature swings on the morning team. Well, proving me right.
There we go.
On the sarcasm.
This is more like Dakota weather. 91 day and 45 the next, you know. But that's what we're going to have to contend with. High pressure over Lake Superior by the weekend. That's going to keep us on the cool side of things. Partly cloudy on Friday. Sunshine on Saturday, middle 50s. Then on Sunday, we'll have a few more clouds around. And there will be a chance of some showers, but temperatures are going to start to warm up again. Low 60s for a high on Sunday, 53 for a high or a low on Sunday night. And then on Monday, we'll be looking at, again, a chance of some precipitation, 65, 66, not out of the question for Monday. Our short, long-term readings are for much above normal temperatures. That'll take us through much of the work week next week, above average on the moisture. And then we'll stretch it a little bit further into right around the 11th of November. We're going to be looking still at above average temperatures and above average moisture. So we're going to begin to get a little bit more activity when it comes to the moisture, a little bit more systematic movement from south, west, and west to east and northeast. So that's going to pick up the opportunity of getting some moisture. The coldest ever, 29th of October, 1925, 99 years ago, 32 was our high, 20 was our low. The warmest ever was 1946. That was set, was 70 as a high, 64 as a low. We're projecting a high today of 79, and our low temperature is obviously quite mild. So if we don't set the record for the warmest ever 29th, we will set the record for the warmest ever 30th of October here. A little bit of a warm spell. Sun will set this evening just after 6:30, 6:31. Rise tomorrow morning at 8:10. Incidentally, the record low on this date is 20, and that was set in 1925. A year ago, 51 was our high, 41 was our low, a lot closer to average. We had about 0.12 of an inch of rain. For the month of October, as of the 28th of October last year, 3.2 inches of rain. This year, not factoring in what we've picked up so far, 1.1 inches of rain at the airport. And we've got a wide spectrum. It seems like the more precipitation came, the further east in the state. You get east of the 127 corridor. That's where you start to see more 0.2 and 0.3 of an inch. West of that, you're looking at traces to maybe 1/10 or 2. And we have had some unofficial reports over in Michigan's upper thumb, of close to 1 inch of rain in some spots. That system moved through the Great Lakes Bay Area rather rapidly, but once it got over into Michigan's thumb, it slowed down. So it built a little bit more. There's much better opportunity of getting some measurable amount of rain there. More on the weather as we go through the program today. For us today, who do we have on deck, Jonathan?
We'll be talking with Melinda Sweeney from the Andersons to see if she has some better luck on a Tuesday here this morning. Then we'll head over to Doug Klein at Oppenheimer. All of that's ahead, but first, the weather report today brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound-up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at the Rummel Insurance Agency. You know, they know that you have a family, goals, and dreams for your future, and that these things are really important to you. They also know that every farm's needs vary like the crops in the fields. You are more than a number with the folks at the Rummel Agency. That's why they want to get to know you one-on-one so they can help you get the right farm insurance protection for you and your family. Contact them today in Frankenmuth, Saginaw, and Carroll. We say good morning to Melinda Sweeney over at the Andersons. And Melinda, it looks like you're almost there. The only thing that's dragging you down a little bit are soybeans right now.
Yeah, corn's up 2, wheat's up 9, and beans are down 3. We are also rolling today, as you have to roll off the nose and go to the Jan. So a lot of pressure on the spreads and then the front end of the market here.
Yeah. Any particular reason why the soys are lagging behind other than that?
We had soybeans trading higher this morning and then they fell off. Currently, soybeans are 26 cents off of their contract lows in August. And the question is whether it will make it to a new harvest low or if they can continue at the rate they're going. The crop progress report yesterday showed soybean harvest is 89% complete, which is behind the average trade guess of 91%. It compares to the 81% completion last week and the 5-year average of 78%. The rainfall in Brazil is a hot topic right now as Brazil continues to improve soil moisture conditions, and planting in the country is now at 36.1% complete. This is not far behind their last year's progress of 37.1% complete. And with that, coupling with them getting their planting in and moisture in the soil, the more beans they plant is not going to be great for our U.S. bean price.
No, not at all. So right now on the board, what do you have?
Yeah, right now, cash corn in Auburn is at $3.38. March of 25 is at $3.80. New crop of 25 is $3.75. Nearby soybeans here are at $8.86. New crop 25 soybeans are at $9.50. New crop 25 July red wheat is at $5.40, and new crop July 25 white wheat is at $5.80.
You have a great day, Melinda. Thanks so much for sitting in today. We appreciate it.
Yep, you guys all have a great day.
Will do. Melinda Sweeney over at the Andersons. A little bit more in depth. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining us. The Market Report brought to you by Kryjak's House Family Restaurant. They've rolled out the menu for that Thanksgiving buffet. It's always a big one. It's always got a lot of people going to it. Might be a great idea to get reservations now for the huge Kryjak's Thanksgiving buffet. 989-894-5531. The menu includes the hand-carved Grandma Kryjak's ham. And that is always some really good stuff. Of course, they've got the roast turkey. They've got honey fried chicken, roasted chicken, Polish meatballs, barbecue ribs. Yeah, and then you settle in on all that dressing and the rolls and the salads, and of course a full salad bar for dessert.
You
too.
had me with the ham, Terry. You don't need to keep going with this.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Kryjak's House. Great place to dine in. Corner of Cass and Michigan on Bay City's south side. And by Steiner Tractor. New parts for old tractors made easy. Yep, they do take their job personally at Steiner Tractor. They want to make sure that you have the right part for your tractor to keep it moving. 800-234-3280 or go to their website at steinertractor.com. Doug Klein, good morning.
Well, good morning.
How are we looking now?
Well, we're kind of looking at tech earnings coming in this week. And the mega caps are going to announce later today, tomorrow, the next day, those magnificent 7 that are trillion-dollar companies. They're all going to puff out their chest and tell us how much money they made off us in the last quarter. So it could be quite interesting. A couple of points here. British Petroleum hit a new low today. Crude oil's heading down. Murphy Oil hit a new low today. CVR Energy hit a new low today, and that's interesting because CVR Partners produces nitrogen, so they're big in agricultural chemicals, obviously. What else interesting? Oh, the Advanced Auto Parts hit another new low today. That can't catch a break. CEMEX hit a new low today. That's Mexican Cement Company. If I had a lot of guts and just a little bit of money, I might do that one, but I don't really think so. You just never know how things go that way. Gold hit a new high. Platinum hit a new high today also, and silver didn't, but it got close. So it's all interesting. Crude oil's heading down and the dollar's heading up. So here are your numbers. The December corn, 413.25, up 2.5. March corn, 426.75, up 2. November soybeans, 970.75, down 3.25. January soybeans, 983.5, down 2.5. The December wheat is 568, up 9.25. March wheat 588 and a quarter, up 8 3/4. The crude oil is 66.84, down 54 cents. Heating oil 212.77, down 1 1/4 cents. Gasoline 193.96, down 2.7 cents. Natural gas 310 and a half, down 2 cents. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar, US dollar buys $1.39 Canadian, that's up 26 ticks. The dollar buys 153.56 yen, that's up 28 ticks. The euro's at 107.92, broke through that 108, down 20 ticks. The dollar continues strong, 104.48, up 17 ticks. Gold's at 27.76.50, up $20.60. Silver's 34.41, up 41 cents. Platinum's at 1,054.70, up $10. And copper's at 435.35, down a penny.
You take care. Have a good one, Doug.
Right. Thank you, too.
You bet. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth. They've got those farm all tractors ready to go to get the job done for you, whatever you need to have done. And the nice thing about it is right now, 0% interest for 84 months. That's 7 years, folks. Anything from the value-packed Compact Farmall A to the Deluxe Compact Farmall C and C Series with cabs. Can-Do comes in red. Remember that. Farmall tractors available at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth, doing it right longer. Coming up, Jonathan?
We'll be talking with Jerry Samolsky from Bay Landscaping and Garden Center, and I think we'll be taking a look at our crop progress up north in Michigan after this.
Like you, we never settle. There's more sugar, in fact, better sugar in every seed we sell. For more than a century, we put innovation to work in the service of growers who plant Crystal brand sugar beet seed. With varieties developed especially for your growing area, you can be confident your success is always our top priority. This season, and for seasons to come, choose a seed partner who shares your priorities.
The beauty of a family farm is that everyone pitches in to get things done. There is nothing like the smell of a sugar beet field during harvest or a meal served off the tailgate of a pickup. This is Jeff Karst, your ACH Seeds representative, with a friendly reminder to keep safety a top priority this harvest season. Please encourage your crews to be cautious with field work and drive safely as they deliver this crop. You've built an impressive legacy, one that is certainly worth protecting. Thank you for your continued business again this year.
ACH Seeds, growing with you.
Sunday, November 3rd, stop out to the Sawmill Pub and Grill and watch your Detroit Lions take on the Green Bay Packers. Former Detroit Lions quarterback Eric Hipple will be on site for an autograph and photo session starting at 3:30. This event, brought to you by Garber Buick, includes prizes with a donation to benefit the Saginaw Rescue Mission. The Sawmill Pub and Grill will offer $1 beers for every Lions touchdown and include complimentary appetizers with an Eric Hipple trivia contest at halftime. Let's go Lions!
Farm Service brought to you by Quality Roasting of Reese, offering competitive, consistent prices for your soybeans. Give them a call for a quote today. All righty, we've got who, Jonathan?
We're going to talk with Jerry Samolsky from Bay Landscaping and Garden Center. Jerry, did you get any rain?
I did, just shy of an inch, somewhere between 9/10 and an inch. It was wonderful. Although I thought it was going to be dry, we weren't going to get much, so I turned my sprinkler on last night. So I got a good soaking today.
Boy, I guess so. Well, what was really interesting is this system in some spots just kind of hung there for a little bit. And in other areas, it just zipped right through. I mean, bang, crash, lightning, and it was gone.
Yeah, we were blessed. It hung around. I sleep, I guess, well enough. I didn't hear a whole lot of it going on, but when I got up this morning, checked the gauge, it was very nice. It was also nice that it cleared out so we can get days work in.
Yeah. So what should we be doing right now?
You know, Terry, I just want to keep going back to those leaves. There's no reason to be picking them up. You can be chopping them up a little at a time, keep going. It does good things for the turf. Yesterday we had a seminar locally with different professors from Michigan State and other notable people, and it's all about chewing up those leaves. It does great things in the turf, and it just doesn't need to be spending all that time. Now, a lot of people don't like the look of it when it's those chopped up leaves are on top, very quickly they fall in and go away. Again, I would just encourage with the rain that we had last night, if you're getting clumps and they're clouding up, you don't want to do that. That's not a good thing. But if it dries up a little bit again, I think it'll be great to chew them up, Terry. I do that in my yard. I've got 20 trees in the front yard, and it's an acre in size, and I have never picked up the leaves.
There you go. Jerry, thanks so much. Talk to you again tomorrow.
Win the war of the leaves, Terry. Win the war.
There you go. We'll be back with more in a moment.
Innovation is transforming sugar beet farming. At Beta Seed, we're using advances in science to optimize the potential of every seed you plant. Our state-of-the-art breeding and testing process takes up to 10 years. It's the only way to ensure the hybrid your Beta Seed rep recommends has the best traits to manage disease and drive yields for this region and your farm. It's what we call next-gen breeding for next-gen confidence. Learn more at betaseed.com. Beta Seed, breeding confidence.
Now's the time to get right with Pivot Bio Nitrogen. The right source at the right rate at the right time in the right place. Sounds good, right? And now is the right time to act. With zero payments, zero interest, and zero worry. Until December 1st, 2025 on the best source of nitrogen. Get right with Pivot Bio. For more information, visit pivotsprovenit.com. That's pivotsprovenit.com.
And for more information on Pivot Bio, all you got to do is give Don Morris a call at 989-239-2791 or Allie Teal at 989-780-3770 to get Pivot Bio products on your operation. Jonathan?
Look at what's going on in northern Michigan as it comes to crop progress. Michigan Ag Today's Andy Eubank has this.
Christian McGuire, Channel Seeds technical agronomist who covers northern Michigan, says it is full speed ahead there.
Yes, so soybean harvest is very close to being finished up. Corn is not too far behind, and especially with, the long-term forecast, 10-day forecast, I see a really good window to make a lot of progress and get very close to finished up.
The new update Monday had corn harvest 45% complete and soybeans at 80%. So in the north, corn is even further along.
I would say so, yes. Like many areas, we've been so dry. So corn is coming off dry. There were no issues with compaction that aren't widespread. We've even seen some corn coming off as low as 15% right out of the field. And beans all season long have been in that 10%, definitely under 13%, all harvest long. So, harvest conditions are great and people are hammering down, that's for sure.
McGuire says his area is experiencing what many other areas are, dry conditions that have led to the top end yields coming down.
There were a lot of soybeans out there on those plants, but they just did not fill out without the September rains, late August rains that they needed. Had lots of potential to be some bumper crops. And I'm still not completely disappointed in what I'm seeing coming out of the field, but it's just not record-breaking like we were kind of hoping we would have, back in July.
Some yields in beans have been in the 80s, but that is not typical.
If I had to average everything I've seen in my territory, we're probably somewhere in the upper 50s to low 60s. But then I have also seen, in very drouthy areas that just did not get any of that late season rain. I've seen plenty of high 30s, low 40s. So we are very variable. It all depended on your late season moisture. And there were areas, pockets that got plenty. And that's where those 80s, were coming from.
Well-fed and early planted corn is a different story, according to McGuire. He said those crops finished the way they needed to and added some late season test weight. In northern Michigan, he is seeing plenty of 260 bushel fields.
Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain, your Dairyland seed dealer, carrying the full line of corn and Enlist soybean seed, proven weed control designed for you to get a better harvest. And right now, 14% cash discount until the end of the month and a good supply all across the Dairyland varieties, including the Vorseed and the PowerCore Enlist traded corn hybrids. Justin Varner, he's the guy to get in contact with. Freeland Bean and Grain since 1983. For serving you is their business. Teresa over at Baird joining us right now. Teresa, what are the New York markets doing?
Good morning. Well, up to this point, it's been pretty flat, starting to move around a little bit as we await some earnings reports today. Dow Jones Industrial Average down 79.27 at 42,307, 279 million shares traded. NASDAQ up 88.34 at 18,655, 475 million shares traded. Some stocks of local interest include Caterpillar at 386.94, down 367. Deere 408.23, down 412. CMS Energy 69.74, down $1.42. Dow 49.58, down 53. DuPont 83.59, down 32. Corteva 61, down 13. General Motors 51.76, down 97. Trinzio 493, down 13. Walmart 82.26, down 49. Huntington Bank 15.65, down 12. Independent Bank 33.50, up 33, and AT&T at 22.33, up 22.
Teresa, you have a great day, okay?
You as well.
You take care. Teresa DeVoe over at Baird and Company. Lots of information as we roll through the remainder of the day. A little bit later on, of course, the Farm Final. That's at 6:30. But we'll be back at 12:30 with an update, so you stick around for that. Lots more coming up, as we said, but right now, we're going to conclude our program with a playing of our national anthem, brought to you by Euclid Avenue Coins in Bay City at 602 North Euclid Avenue.